I tried to confuse you, to make you doubt every word I said, yet you stood calm, reading the storm inside me. My heart was exposed, raw, trembling under your gaze. I played every trick, whispered every lie, tested every boundary. You never faltered. You saw the desperate longing I tried to hide, and it left me breathless. I thought I could hide behind silence, pretend indifference, but your eyes knew the truth of my obsession. I was undone, trembling under the weight of being seen. I twisted moments, tried to trap you in confusion. You moved through it like light, seeing the heart I tried to bury. I shivered at the brutal honesty. I tested you, I withheld. I played games with my own fear. You remained steadfast, seeing the trembling desire I'd never admit. My soul quaked under your knowing. I whispered contradictions, pulled away, tried to manipulate. You read me like an open book, and I hated how powerless I felt. Love doesn't lie, you proved it. I spun illusions around my own heart, hoping to hide. You shattered them effortlessly, exposing every fear, every secret longing. I trembled under your calm certainty. I tried to manipulate, to bend your heart with subtle games. You walked through every trap, seeing the child in me I tried to hide. I was undone, exposed, alive. I planted doubts, tested boundaries, pulled away. You never wavered. You saw the cracks I hid behind my walls, and I feared how much clarity could hurt. I tried to confuse you with absence, with silence, with subtle lies. You pierced every mask, every trembling thought. My heart surrendered to your unwavering knowing. I played games to protect my heart, to hide my longing. You read it anyway. My chest ached, exposed and trembling under your truth. I whispered lies to myself as much as to you. You caught every heartbeat, every unspoken fear. I shivered at your effortless clarity. I tested you with contradictions, with silence, osins, with subtle provocation. You remained steady, seeing every tremor in my soul. I was stripped bare in awe. I tried manipulation, subtle games, absence. You read me fully, leaving me trembling under the weight of being completely seen. I built walls, tried to confuse, played tricks. You walked through them with light in your eyes. My heart shattered beautifully in your understanding. I pulled away, whispered doubts, tried to bend perception. You remained unwavering, reading the tremor behind every mask. I was undone, exposed, alive. I tried subtle tricks, games of patience and fear. You saw every secret desire, every hidden longing. My heart quivered in helpless awe. I created chaos, tested your loyalty, played mind games. You moved through it effortlessly, exposing my own heart in the process. I hid behind silence, absence, manipulation. You saw the trembling soul I tried to protect. My chest burned, exposed and awake. I tried to control, to confuse, to test. You saw every crack, every unspoken fear. I trembled under your certainty. I whispered contradictions, tried manipulation, pulled away. You saw the truth beneath it all, and I was undone in awe. I played tricks, created illusions, hid desire. You moved through it calmly, exposing every tremor I tried to bury. My heart surrendered. I spun chaos, withheld affection, tested limits. You read every heartbeat, every fear. I was exposed, trembling, alive in your clarity. I tried subtle mind games, silence, absence. You caught every flicker of fear, every hidden longing. My soul quaked in your knowing. I created illusions to hide my longing, but you saw it. My heart shattered under your quiet, unwavering gaze. I tested boundaries, whispered lies, tried control. You walked through every trap, seeing my soul. I trembled in helpless awe. I pulled away, hid desire, whispered contradictions. You remained steady, exposing the fragile truth I feared to face. I tried to confuse, manipulate, withhold. You read every heartbeat, every secret. My chest burned in surrender. I built walls, played tricks, pulled away. You walked through every shadow, seeing the trembling heart behind. I whispered lies, tested patience, tried subtle games. You held calm, seeing all. I was undone in awe of your clarity. I tried to bend perception, to hide longing, to confuse. You read every tremor, every fear. My heart quivered in helpless surrender. I played tricks, created chaos, withheld affection. You walked through it like calm water, exposing every secret. I tried manipulation, silent games, absence. You saw the trembling desire beneath it all. I shivered under your knowing. I whispered contradictions, built illusions, tested you. You moved through effortlessly, seeing the truth I feared to admit. I tried subtle mind games, silence, confusion. You caught every flicker of fear, every hidden longing. My chest burned under your light. I played games to protect myself, to hide desire. You read me fully. I was stripped bare, trembling, alive. I played every trick, whispered every doubt, yet your eyes pierced through my lies. I wanted to hide, to confuse, but you knew my fear. It hurt more than any rejection. How could you see me entirely? Some souls are mirrors, reflecting truth I never wanted revealed. I tried to twist your world, to make you chase me endlessly. I thought I was clever, but you read the cracks in my heart. I felt exposed, trembling behind every game. And in that moment, I realized, love sees even through shadows. I whispered secrets to the wind, hoping you'd misstep, hoping you'd falter. But your gaze caught every lie, every hesitation. I was naked beneath your understanding. The universe must have wanted me to surrender, for no mask could hide from your light. I built walls of confusion, thought I could confuse your heart, yet you walked through them like glass. I trembled at your calm certainty, my games unraveling in silence, and suddenly I understood. Truth is magnetic, and you were always drawn to it. I planted doubts, I hid my fears, thinking you'd stumble. Instead, you held my soul in your hands, steady, unwavering. My chaos became small in your presence. The world felt fragile, But your clarity was a lighthouse I couldn't escape. I spun illusions around you, trying to see if you'd break. You didn't. You looked straight into my trembling heart, seeing the love I dared not admit. I was exposed, raw, undone. And somehow, that honesty felt like a sacred surrender. I played every trick, every subtle push, every pull of my heart. You never faltered. You saw me, my envy, my fear, my longing. I wanted to hide, to disappear. And yet, in your gaze, I found a quiet truth I never expected. I thought I could confuse you with silence, with absence, with games. But your eyes cut through every strategy, every hidden motive. My heart shivered in their light. Some connections aren't fooled by cunning. They just know. I tried to manipulate moments, to bend you to my will. You stayed unshaken, reading my heart as if it were open to the sky. I felt every secret laid bare, and in that moment, I learned humility from love itself. I whispered contradictions, planted traps, watched your reactions closely. You moved through my maze with ease, seeing the child behind the walls. I hated and loved it at once. How brutally honest the heart can be. I built storms of doubt around us, hoping you'd falter in confusion. But your gaze was calm, steady, and relentless. I saw myself for the first time through your eyes, fragile, messy, and human. And somehow, it was beautiful. I tried subtle lies, half-truths, silent retreats. You caught every heartbeat I wanted to hide. I realized my control was an illusion. True intimacy doesn't bend, it pierces. And you, without effort, had done exactly that. I tested your patience, your loyalty, even your love. And yet, you moved through my chaos with the grace of someone who knows souls. I felt stripped, but somehow it was sacred. Your knowing was a mirror I never wanted. I pushed, I pulled, I threatened my own heart with games of fear. You never flinched. You saw the trembling desire I tried to hide. And I understood then, love cannot be tricked, only revealed. I crafted illusions, whispered lies, tried to control what you felt. You laughed softly, seeing the truth beneath my mask. My heart cracked open in awe, and I knew no mind game could escape your soul. I danced with shadows, trying to keep you guessing. You stood in light, unwavering. I hated how much you saw, my envy, my longing, my desperate desire. And yet, in that clarity, I finally felt safe. I threw confusion at you like wildfire, expecting you to burn. You walked through flames, calm, unshaken, seeing every flicker of fear in me. My own heart betrayed me with awe, helpless against your truth. I tried to make you chase me, to lose me, to doubt me. You held steady, unwavering, as if my games were mere whispers. I felt every pretense dissolve. Love, I realized, is not a puzzle. It is vision. I thought I could bend your perception, hide my vulnerability behind lies. You read me line by line, heartbeat by heartbeat. I trembled beneath your certainty. In that moment, I surrendered to a truth I couldn't escape. I tried manipulation, silent retreats, teasing doubts. You remained anchored, seeing every tremor of fear, every hidden longing. My mind spun, yet your eyes were constant, a lighthouse in the storm of my own games. I whispered contradictions, played with absence, tested your patience. You held the quiet, unbroken. My chaos fell away in your gaze, leaving only truth, raw, unmasked, undeniable. I tried every push and pull, every silence, every subtle bait. You never fell. You saw me, trembling and real. I hated how much clarity hurt, yet loved how deeply it freed me. I spun webs of confusion, expecting you to stumble. You moved through them with gentle certainty, unafraid of my chaos. I felt my control crumble, leaving only awe and surrender.